Recently, I was invited to a Cobblemon server. Being a fan of Pokemon and an avid Pokemon Diamond player when I was younger, I knew I had to jump on it. But I would soon find out that this wasn't a regular server, as there were plans to have gym leaders, towns, legendary events, and tournaments, the first one being in just 2 weeks. The problem was, I pretty much knew nothing about Pokemon battling, besides the basics of battles and some type matchups. But you see, I wasn't looking to just join this tournament, I wanted to win the whole thing. Now this was quite an ambitious goal, especially considering some of the other competitors were quite skilled and knowledgeable. So, if I wanted a chance, I needed 3 things: a coach, a strong team, and an advantage. If I wanted to learn anything about battling and becoming better, I needed a coach, so I reached out to my good friend Frank.
Hey guys, Frank here. I'm here to help Banana. Hey guys, Frank here. I have no limbs. I lost them all. Who am I? Where am I? Help! Hey guys, I'm Frank. I know a little bit more about Pokemon than Banana over here, but it's still kind of the blind leading the blind.
We started off by just practicing in Pokemon Showdown.
I'm gonna smack you.
Please do.
Ooh, I'm gonna smack you. Say hello to God. Say hello to God. Oh man, this is not the Pokemon you want to have in on the Hexorus. Just don't. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's disgusting. I'm sorry. Oh, that's disgusting. I'm like throwing up. How long can you dance? How long can you dance? Oh. No.
I can dance as long as you can, man. Why are you laughing? Okay, bro's dying.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Just a little biddle.
I remember what you did last time with this guy.
I remember what you did last time with this guy. I remember what you did last time.
You done, bro? He's giggling. He's kicking his feet right now.
His Vileplume is so annoying. Why do you keep getting Vileplume? Frick. Oh, shoot. Please, Pokemon gods.
Thank you.
Please. Yes!
No. Wait, the leftovers.
Oh my God.
The leftovers might have saved me.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This could kill. This could kill.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
No! Oh, frick. You're gonna do the nonsense. You're gonna do the strength sap. Oh!
It's a good day.
Are you twice? Twice it lived on 1 HP. Oh my god! It's real.
Oh, it's Cactus again.
It's over, man. It's over.
Oh my god.
This damn Cactus is the most useless Pokemon I've ever seen.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Once we had our fill, it was time to start brainstorming. This led into step 2, getting a strong team. The first thing I needed to figure out was what kind of team I wanted to build. Naturally, I opted to go for an offensive team, because who needs to worry about what the enemy will do if you're one-shotting them? Before building my entire team, I should go through the format of the tournament to get a better idea of how it'll work. It was a bring 6 pick 4 singles battle with no items and no team preview. This meant that you would select 6 Pokemon for the whole tournament, and then you would choose 4 of them for each battle. We decided that my lineup would consist of 2 setup Pokemon and 4 damage dealers. The plan was to bring 1 setup Pokemon depending on the matchup, and then fill the other 3 slots with Pokemon that I think would counter my opponent. Now this brings me to my final step of my plan. I would need an advantage. Since there was no team preview, it kinda made your team selection arbitrary, since you didn't know what your opponent was bringing. That was, unless you stalked and scouted your opponents. Yes, you heard me right. On top of getting my team ready for the tournament, I would note down every other player's Pokemon that I saw.
Write that down, write that down!
Now that my plan was complete, wait a second, something's missing. Perfect. Now that my plan was actually complete, it was time to start team building. On my first day, and surprisingly with my first Pokeball, I caught a huge Corviknight, which would be the start of my team. It was a great pickup with a lot of tankiness and potential to deal massive damage. The next addition to my team would be an Alpha Gardevoir that I managed to catch a few days into the server. Because of its Alpha status, it has increased stats, and it was also quite massive. Now, taking a step in a different direction, our next addition to the team was the tiniest little Houndoom. I caught this guy when he was just a little Houndour, and evolving him clearly didn't change his size much. At this point, I had 2 strong attackers and a good defensive option. What I needed now was some setup Pokemon. But before talking about my setup Pokemon, I need to give some context. When the server started, we were able to choose a role within the world, so I decided to be the Steel Gym leader because Steel Pokemon are cool, and Piplup is the best starter. Because of this, a good friend of mine, Fulating, traded me the Fairy Steel type Klefki. This was just the Pokemon I needed for my team, because it has great defensive capabilities, especially through its typing. But we'll get to that in a bit. It was also a great choice as a setup Pokemon, since it had the Prankster ability, which means that it has priority on its status moves. I've been saying a lot of Pokemon terms, so before I get into the second half of my team, I'll break it down for you. All Pokemon have 6 stats: hit points, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. These 6 stats are affected by IVs, which are random values that are given to a Pokemon when it spawns. There are also... Wait, EVs? What the heck are EVs? The only EV I know is this little guy. Well, apparently there are EVs, which, like IVs, alter your stats, but these are gained through defeating other Pokemon in battles. Now, each Pokemon has either 1 or 2 types, and each move has 1 type. These types determine the strengths and weaknesses of Pokemon, and they shape the way the game is played. On top of this, if a Pokemon uses an attack that is the same type as one of its own types, it gains a 50% increase in damage. This is called Same Type Attack Bonus, or STAB for short. There are also 3 types of moves: Physical, Special, and Status. Physical moves deal damage based on the attack stat, and Special moves deal damage based on the special attack stat. Status moves don't deal damage, but change the state of the game in many ways, such as increasing or decreasing stats, giving status conditions, creating special terrain, and more. All moves have a power and accuracy value, which determine its base damage and the chance that the move is successful. Finally, Pokemon also have an ability, which just gives them a bonus, such as the Prankster ability that I mentioned previously, which increases the priority of status moves on the Pokemon. And that's the very short but still long rundown on how Pokemon work. Now, as for battles, very quickly, each player takes turns doing a single action, which is either to use a move with their Pokemon or switch in another Pokemon. There is also Terrestrialization, or Terra for short, which allows you to change the typing of one Pokemon once per battle. This can be used defensively to resist certain types, or offensively to give yourself a larger stab. And for real now, I am done yapping about Pokemon mechanics. Getting back into my team lineup, so far we have Klefki, Gardevoir, Houndoom, and Corviknight. For my last 2, I wanted another set of Pokemon to mix things up a bit, so to lean a bit more into my Steel Gym leader status, I caught a baby Ferroseed and evolved it into a Ferrothorn. With the 5th edition complete, it was now time to select my final Pokemon. I needed one that was strong, fast, and scary, and it fell right into my arms. Although this little guy might not look intimidating at all, his final evolution is one of the deadliest Pokemon to roam the lands. With one of the highest base stats in the game and a strong move pool, Garchomp has struck fear into the eyes of many trainers. With my team complete, it was time to determine which moves they would have. To get new moves in Cobblemon, you have to defeat Pokemon in battle, and if you're lucky, they drop a move from their move pool. So for example, if I wanted to get the move Flamethrower, I would have to fight any of these Pokemon and hope that they drop it. This meant I would have to spend a lot of time grinding out battles to hopefully get all the moves I needed, and trust me, I needed a lot. Klefki will get Spikes, Thunder Wave, Foul Play, and Dazzling Gleam. Gardevoir will get Calm Mind, Will-O-Wisp, Psychic, and Moonblast. Houndoom will get Nasty Plot, Foul Play, Flamethrower, and Sludge Bomb. Corviknight will get Defog, Roost, Brave Bird, and Ironhead. Ferrothorn will get Stealth Rock, Explosion, Body Press, and Power Whip. And finally, Garchomp will get Swords Dance, Scale Shot, Fire Fang, and the classic move Earthquake. I spent the next few days farming battles to get as many moves as I could get, all while EV training my Pokemon, and slowly but surely, I acquired the TRs, one by one. A few minutes before the tournament, and I had gotten all but one move, and it was one of the most important ones, Earthquake. I battled countless Geodudes and Diglets, but alas, I did not get my Earthquake.
Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
This wasn't the worst case scenario, as I still acquired a strong ground type move, Earth Power. It didn't do as much damage as Earthquake, but it was a good substitute, or so I thought. You see, I didn't realize that this move was actually a special move, while my Garchomp was a physical attacker, meaning it would barely do any damage. I started scrambling through all my TRs, hoping to find a strong physical ground move. My hope was restored when I hovered over a specific TR, and I saw ground type, physical, and 95 power. Unfortunately, I was too distracted by those that I didn't see the name of the move, High Horsepower. Although this move fits all the criteria, you know what, I'll let Coach Trunk explain this one.
Does this gaffer look like a horse to you?
This was devastating. The tournament was about to start, and the ace up my sleeve, my Garchomp, was not ready for battle. Just when all hope was lost, Coach Frunk came in clutch.
So, just because we don't have Earthquake doesn't mean that they know we don't have Earthquake, okay? We're a Garchomp. What do Garchomps do?
They quake the earth.
They quake the damn earth, okay? So they're gonna be trying to avoid a stab Earthquake. So they're gonna switch out if they're weak to Earthquake, and then that's our turn to Swords Dance. Then next turn, we tear a normal double edge, and that basically one-shots everything.
The idea behind this strategy was simple. I would start the battle with my Klefki and do my setup. Afterwards, I would swap into Garchomp and hope that my opponent switches into a type that resists ground. This is a common move since Garchomps always run Earthquake. Good thing my Garchomp is different. While they swap, I would use Swords Dance to get extra attack power, and then, when the opponent thinks that they have the upper hand, I would use my Terra to change his typing to normal for extra stab, and use Double Edge to one-shot almost any Pokemon. The plan was so insane that it just might work. I locked in my Pokemon for the tournament and anxiously awaited my first match. And wait, I did. My first opponent was Tugs, and he was slightly late to the tournament. So much so that everyone else finished their first battles, their second ones, and some even did their third. It got to the point where everyone was waiting for our battle before the tournament could even continue. This hurt my strategy a bit, as my double-edged Garchomp would no longer be a surprise to the rest of the players. Nonetheless, I remained calm and reviewed my notes I took on Tugs. Oh boy. As luck would have it, I never actually saw Tugs throw out a Pokemon before the tournament, meaning step 3 of my master plan was useless. And before I knew it, he was online.
He showed up last
He
second.
showed up.
Oh my god.
We took our places in the arena and chose our 4 Pokemon, all while the entire server gathered around and watched. Before I get into the match, I just wanted to apologize for the voices overlapping a lot. My replay files got corrupted, so I wasn't able to split the voice chat in Discord. Okay, that's it, bye. The match started with my Klefki versus his Venusaur. My first move was to go for Thunder Wave to hopefully paralyze the Venusaur. Not only did it miss, but his Sleep Powder hit, and my Klefki took a fat nap. He then swapped the Talonflame in hopes of one-shotting my Klefki with a fire move. Reading his play, I swapped to Garchomp to resist the damage.
I should have seen that coming.
Knowing he won't be able to do much to my Garchomp, I used Swords Dance and hoped that I could pull off the secret combo and sweep through his team. He swapped to a massive Wailord.
Oh my god! Yo, that's a bit too big.
While my Garchomp doubled its attack. Predicting his next move to be Ice Beam, I Terra'd my Garchomp to normal in case my attack missed and used Scale Shot, which one-shot the Wailord and increased my speed.
Yikes.
Oh my god, there it is.
This was the beginning of the end for poor old Tugs. He brought out his Talonflame, but it was no match for my double edge attack. Venusaur was next, and it met the same fate as its predecessor. His last Pokemon was Meowscarada.
Oh wait, okay. Well, he's gonna be faster, so you're gonna die.
You see, that would be true, if it wasn't for the speed buff I got earlier with Scale Shot.
I'm faster. Yeah, bro, I'm faster.
You're winning the whole tournament.
Garchomp sweep!
First,
Started the achievement.
he hasn't even battled before.
After winning my first battle, not only in the tournament, but in the server as well, a part of me started to believe that winning it might not be so far-fetched. My celebrations were cut short, as my next battle was beginning immediately. I headed towards Team Aqua's arena and went to take my place when a Sentret got on the way.
Can someone get this guy out of here?
Oh, he's so cute.
Oh, he wants to watch.
Wait, no, not like that!
My next opponent was Aura, so I reviewed my notes on her and consulted with my coach.
It's a Klefki angle.
Alright, same team then.
Yeah.
The battle began with my Klefki and her Whimsicott, two setup Pokemon. She used Stun Spore, which paralyzed my Klefki, while I set up some spikes on her side of the arena. She then used Tailwind, and I tried to add another layer of spikes, but I got unlucky and hit the 25% chance of paralysis.
Paralyzed again.
Trick.
She swapped into Lucario, who took a bit of damage, and I tried to use spikes again, but got the low roll once more.
Shoot, that's so unlucky.
Giving up on my Klefki, I swapped it to Garchomp to enact my master plan. Unfortunately, my Garchomp ate a massive close combat to the face, which left it at low HP. Hoping that I was faster, I used Fire Fang, but it was no use as Tailwind was still in effect.
I'm cooked.
That might be GG.
After analyzing my options, I brought in Corviknight, as it was strong enough to survive a hit and then take out Lucario.
It's a big bird.
After getting punched in the face, I used Brave Bird to finish off Lucario. The plan now is to use Roost so I could heal up.
Yeah. Take him to Belarus, because you're a hella roost.
She sent in Whimsicott and used Tailwind again while I roosted. She then gambled with a Stun Spore, and finally I got a roll in my favor and it missed.
Yes!
Yikes.
Thank God.
While my Brave Bird brought Whimsicott down to almost 1 HP. On the next turn, the Stun Spore hit me, and my Iron Head took the knockout.
Oh, thank God.
Now, there's something going on here where there's a chance.
She brought out Darmanitan, and after some thinking, I decided on using Brave Bird and hoping the paralysis wouldn't stop me.
Oh, that hurts.
How'd you live that?
Please paralyze don't. Yes! Oh my God.
Oh shoot.
We're gambling.
Oh,
We're
shoot.
gambling through the paralyze. Oh no, I died though.
Now you have a fresh Gardevoir. Happy birthday to you.
She then brought out Garchomp, while I brought back Klefki to scout and hopefully paralyze their last Pokemon. Unfortunately, my coach and I were a bit too excited and tried to paralyze Garchomp, who is immune to electric moves since it's a ground type. Klefki took a big hit and ended up within 1-hit range. My last hope now was for my Gardevoir to win the 1v1, so after Klefki fell, I brought it out. At this point, it was anyone's game. Frank and I debated the possible outcomes, whether I should Terra, what if the Garchomp Terras, and what moves the Garchomp could have. What happened next will go down in the history books.
Oh my God.
Oh
my God.
I have to one-shot. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That was
Oh
so
my
close.
God.
Oh my God. GG. Oh my God.
How is that
Good game.
possible?
Good game.
What did
Oh
you
my
say?
God.
Training
Good match.
matters, my
EV training matters.
Let's go.
We celebrated yet another victory, but it was short-lived, as my next opponent would be none other than the #1 seed of the tournament, Fulating.
I fear no man, but that thing, it scares me.
I had some time to prepare, as there was another match happening, so we yapped for 5 minutes straight about what to do. After all that talking, we settled on doing the exact same thing as the past 2 games. The match started with my Klefki versus his Jolteon. Jolteon is immune to Thunder Wave, so I just set up some spikes, while his Jolteon used Calm Mind to buff itself.
Calm Mind.
GG.
GG for me.
He wins, man. He wins.
So what do I do then? Do I just smack him with something?
Tell your mama you love her. That's
Even though the match just started, it felt like it was already over. So I Terrored into Dark and used Foul Play, which did absolutely no damage, while Jolteon used Calm Mind again. What happened next truly sealed the match.
Baton pass.
Oh no. Oh man. Okay, you need to Thunder Wave this thing.
Listening to my coach's advice, I selected Thunder Wave and was shocked to see the result.
If it doesn't hit, it's over.
Please. Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Dark is immune. Wait, what? What just happened?
Since Gen 9, Dark Pokemon are immune to Prankster moves, meaning my attack did nothing. Luckily, his Greninja missed, but it didn't matter. On the next turn, it killed my Klefki, got buffed by Battle Bond, and proceeded to one-shot my Corviknight, and then my Garchomp. My Gardevoir survived 1 hit and dealt some damage, but fell the next turn. The sweeper has become the swept. Looking back now, if we realized the Dark immunity and used Play Rough instead, I might have been able to knock out the Greninja before it got any of my Pokemon. But hey, you live, you laugh, you learn, right? The tournament was not over, however, as I still had the chance to make it through the losers bracket.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
My next opponent was Dark Sky Ninja. After checking my notes, we assumed they would start with Dragonite. Trying to counter this and wanting to try something new, I led with my Garchomp.
So he thinks you have a ground type move, okay?
Potato 1, you gotta
So this is your sword set.
after he
Oh my god, yes!
I told you, bro. I told you. And then you're gonna Terra Normal, and you're gonna beat the ever-living hell out of this Gardevoir.
Come on in
Forgive
there.
me.
Gonna die.
Yes!
After one-shotting their Gardevoir, they brought back Infernape, who easily one-shotted my Garchomp with close combat since it was now a normal type. I then brought out Gardevoir, and after taking a hit from Flare Blitz, I finished off Infernape with Psychic. Next up was Gyarados, and unsure if I was faster or not, I opted to use Will-O-Wisp to hopefully cripple its attack stat. Naturally, with my luck, it missed, and my Gardevoir got crunched. Corviknight was up next, and as the spectators cheered us on, I selected Brave Bird. They swapped out Gyarados for the Dragonite, the Pokemon I feared since the start of the match. My Brave Bird connected on the Dragonite and did 40% of its health. I didn't have many options at this point except for using Brave Bird again and hoping I would win the damage trade.
Punch
Just for one ball.
not doing
Another
too
brave
much
bird.
despite being super
Get the kill.
effective.
But that's
That
okay.
Corviknight is
It was now a gambling game. I had to hope I would survive the next Thunder Punch and either use Brave Bird to secure the knockout or use Roost to survive just a little bit longer. I opted for the latter.
I don't think he decided.
I don't think it's gonna do 81.
So far.
I have Terra.
Oh, I missed it.
Yes!
Oh.
Yes!
That was a range.
Wasn't enough.
You roosted on his eye, and now he's
Gets rid
screwed.
of the
On the next turn, I roosted once more, but got paralyzed from Thunder Punch. That roost might have seemed useless, but it actually provided a lot of value, as on the next turn, they opted to use Dragon Dance instead of dealing damage, thinking I was going to roost again. All I needed was to not get stunned from the paralyze.
Please don't
That's
miss.
a big gamble.
Dragon Dance. Huge gamble.
Oh my god.
It was time for Gyarados to come back and try to clutch the win for them.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, you can't win here, I don't think.
After some encouraging words from my coach, I used Brave Bird to deal as much damage as I could. After dealing almost half of its health, my Corviknight perished on the next turn. The moment had come for my last Pokemon to come out, and although it was tiny, it packed quite the punch.
I've seen Houndours bigger than that.
My hope of winning would come from Foul Play, a move that does damage based on the opponent's attack stat. And let's just say, Gyarados is very strong.
You're faster.
Baby, Houndour for the win!
My goat!
My goats! My goats!
I celebrated my victory with everyone by comparing sizes of our Pokemon side by side.
Oh my god, look how big the Coronet is.
Oh my god.
A little Garchomp.
At this point in the tournament, I was in Losers Round 5, which meant I had actually made it to the top 4. I entered this tournament thinking I would lose right away, and now I was just 2 games away from the Grand Finals. We wasted no time and began the next match. My opponent was Potato Man. As front talk strategy, I got a bit distracted by a mysterious picture that showed up in my inventory. Locking back into the match, I pulled up my notes. We noticed a Charizard on their team, and with that, Front came up with a new strategy. I started with Ferrothorn, and they started with Annihilate. Very unfavorable for me, as I couldn't use Explosion, since normal moves deal no damage to ghost types. My Ferrothorn was pretty much dead at this point, so after eating a fat Brick Break, I used Stealth Rock and planned for it to die next turn. I then brought out Garchomp and used Swords Dance to buff myself.
Pretty much the average.
Swords Dance, and
Brick
he's
break.
showing that he's faster. He can annihilate one shot. Here comes Ice Punch.
I think it's
I
here.
swear this Annihilate is nasty.
If it has Ice Punch, it has Ice Punch, you know what I mean?
When all else fails, we take out the Corviknight and use Brave Bird. Naturally though, this monkey also has Thunder Punch, which after using Brave Bird brought me down to kill range.
And Brave Bird.
I gotta roost, I gotta roost.
You have to roost this turn, yeah.
Oil might bring him
You have to
down
roost that Iron
range
Head.
for close combat. What? And it's enough.
After a swift close combat, my Corviknight died. At this point, I lost all hope. He took out 3 of my Pokemon with this single one. Was there even a chance for me to come back? I would need to reverse sweep him and take out 4 Pokemon with just 1. Could I even do it? More importantly, could my Houndoom do it? There was only one way to find out.
Foul play could go really hard here.
got this,
Is the
Houndoom!
Houndoom still faster? It is.
Oh my god, Houndoom sweep.
Down.
faster.
But
Here we go, here we
Potato
go.
has-
After knocking out the Annihilate, I gained a sliver of hope. 1 down, 3 to go. Next up was Gliscopod. At this point, the only way I could win was if I buffed my Houndoom on this turn with Nasty Plot, and then hopefully outspeed and one-shot the rest of his team. I used my Terra to change to Poison to avoid getting one-shot by a water move and selected my Nasty Plot.
They're both coming out. Very toxic.
Oh, he lives.
Even though I was resistant to his bug move first impression, it still took a large chunk of my health. Nonetheless, my Houndoom was now buffed, and it was time to pray he was strong enough.
Yeah,
Oh, you're right. It was first impression. I'm sorry.
He uses flame.
Houndoom clutch. Houndoom clutch.
Oh, looking down. Did it matter? Or was it nasty slot? We may never
Oh,
know.
no.
But Charizard.
Oh my god, stealth spikes!
Charizard's
Stealth
faster.
rock.
Wow,
This
those
could
rocks
end the
did a
clutch
lot.
bomb him.
Spot.
He's dead.
Houndoom does not have resistance to fire as he.
Oh my god, Houndoom clutch!
I couldn't believe it. It was actually happening. My Houndoom took out 3 of his Pokemon with ease. As the crowd around me cheered, Potato sent out their last Pokemon. None other than Garchomp itself. The Pokemon that was the foundation of my team. The one who I built an entire strategy around. Would it also be the one that ends my run? Filled with uncertainty, I selected Foul Play and hoped it would be enough.
I'll play. Oh wait, no, because the boost doesn't apply. You might just
Foul
win.
play, not
Oh
doing
my
enough.
trick.
Choppy can end it.
GG's, that was close.
Shout out Houndoom.
That was close. Houndoom my goats. Houndoom my goats.
Dude, what?
With a 20% chance to miss, their Stone Edge ended up hitting my Houndoom, and with that, I was officially eliminated from the tournament. Although it was sad I got eliminated, I was still very happy with how far I got, and especially happy with how well my Houndoom performed. With my final game complete, I secured a spot in the Elite Four and ended up in 4th place overall. Afterwards, Tav went on to beat Potato and faced up against Fool in the Grand Finals, where after a very close best of 3 set, Fool came out victorious and was crowned the champion.
That's game.
Fool wins! And there you have it. This is the story of how I joined the Elite Four in a Cobblemon tournament with no experience. I just want to quickly thank Cacto for setting up this server and hosting the tournament, and for everyone that participated. And a huge thank you to Frunk. Without him, I wouldn't have been able to make it as far as I did. He also got me addicted to Pokemon Showdown, but that's besides the point. And most importantly, thank you all for watching. As always, if you liked what you saw, feel free to subscribe for more content and join my Discord server to be notified of upcoming videos and events. Until then,
Bye!